Well, it was a long break, guys, but we are back. That's right, back for more action here in the Chongqing Major CIS Qualifiers hype series for you here, all right? A little bit of a stomp early, but now we've got Virtus Pro versus TSpirit, two formidable teams. Well, I don't know about you, Trent, but I'm excited. That didn't sound exciting.
I'm ready.
Like, yay.
Woo! No, I am excited. Looking forward to it. You know, TSpirit should be a larger challenge than 7. No disrespect to 7, but they're, you know, on a different tier than them. But of course, not many teams can challenge the might of Virtus Pro. That laundry just finished. I knew it was so close. Damn you, laundry. But anyway, you know, you spend all this time trying to get the household chores done, and the game starts right away. But anyway, Virtus Pro, of course, still the heavy favorites. Still your first major victors. So TSpirit up against the ropes here.
Okay, yeah, but this is a good opening from TSpirit, right? This is actually more impressive than either of 7's, in my opinion. Dazzle coming through, they immediately snatch it. And Luna. Which, I don't know about you, Trent, but I've been experimenting with some combos with Luna, and that stat gain is pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is very interesting. Curious to see what kind of supports start taking off because of it. I think like some of those strength heroes seem pretty cool too. Like I'm thinking like Phoenix and Io with this whole idea of like boosting your strength for your HP as well as your damage. Very nice. So and we'll see how it goes. Dazzle
could work as well, of course. Benefits a lot from the extra int to work with because you can spam more spells. This could be a mid Dazzle though. We did see that earlier today in the SEA region.
Yeah, feels like the stronger version of the hero, to be honest. Like, the mid-dazzle is absolutely ridiculous. If you guys haven't seen it yet, most of the strategies revolve around the Necronomicon because you can just spam your cooldown with your ulti. You just keep spamming to reduce the cooldown of the Necronomicon. You have 100% uptime on Necros, and that is super strong for mid-game push. But definitely takes some finesse. It's very Drow lineup-esque where you have to kind of hit that timing or the game looks really difficult.
Definitely. We've seen a lot experiment with Midas. Like, Midas actually has made a return in a lot of heroes. Like, compared to last patch, it was never seen. Is that more like the attack speed element, I think, is like what's making that so seductive to people?
I don't know. I mean, the only reason it's showing up is because of these weird cooldown things, isn't it? Like, it's like Ogre gets like a 4x multicast, or Dazzle is able to reduce the cooldown. Other than that, Midas, I would say, has been nerfs in a way even more because chances are, rather than investing the gold to get a Midas, if you invest that same amount of gold in Wraith Bands or Bracers, you're probably going to farm just as fast or faster than with a Midas. Plus, you actually have kill threat. So why go Midas? You know.
Yeah, probably just those filthy ogres, as you said. Not the most reliable thing, so I'm not sure if we'd see it in pro games. But we do see an Enigma coming out. This was kind of becoming, like, everyone talks about Terrorblade last patch. This was becoming the secret king of 7.19.
Yeah, Enigma, very strong. Once it got to the point where people could confidently first pick overall Enigma, that's probably a sign that the hero is relatively broken.
Yeah, it's just the XP denial. Like, usually when we see a Lich Enigma in a lineup, we're like, okay, they've got XP advantage. But of course, Lich doesn't do that. That's not his jam, all right? He's changed his tune. Same with this guy, in fact. They recently
Doom is something.
I think they nerfed him, the patch yesterday. They nerfed the regen on Devour.
Yeah, he lost like 3 regens. I think it was 2 or 3 at the max level. It was one of the other. Basically, he lost either 4 or 6 max HP regen. So I saw Xnova tweeting like the day after the patch, they were playing some DPL games for LGD, and Xnova just tweets 60 HP regen Doom level 10 XD basically. And so I went and watched the replay, and essentially, if you have a Vanguard and you hit level 10 with a Doom, you can actually get 60 HP regen. Now that's been nerfed to like 50 some, but still. That's a ridiculous amount of HP regen to just have by devouring 2 creeps.
It's pretty insane. I mean, people used to feel the way Doom worked is like, there's a risk because you take him, and if you found a satyr in the jungle, you basically won your lane. Otherwise, you suffered a bit. But now, it's like, you find any creep. Just eat anything. And you basically have a satyr. Enjoy. Of course. Oh.
I mean, has been pretty fun.
He looks insane. I played him once, and yeah, I have to admit, it's very fun. It's a very big cooldown on his ult, but my god, you feel like the demon of the night, the true demon.
You know, to me, it's not even the ulti. It's this new silence thing. Like, I was actually playing a game yesterday where there was a Night Stalker on my team. So we're sieging high ground, and the only way the enemy team could win was going to be based off of the Enigma, right?
Yeah.
But my Night Stalker just pops it preemptively. It was a sick play. So the Enigma blinks into a silence and the guy
Oh,
just can't do anything and dies. And I was like, oh snap, that's actually really legit. Like the way that you can control the fight with that aura is so cool. And the downtime's really low. At max level, it's a 15-second cooldown and it lasts 8 seconds. So it's up more than it's down. It is really interesting to play with.
That's true, and like they've changed, like some of the changes they made to the game. There's a lot more authenticity behind these heroes that pull people towards each other, sort of thing, with the gaze. With that change they made to Magnus.
The Magnus.
So, yeah, the Magnus one is hilarious. It's like, where you go? Come here.
So weird.
It looks so minor, but then you're like, essentially it's like a 1 second slow. It's not terrible. It's just an outright buff to that ability.
Yeah, it's kind of cute. But the terror of the Slark is going to be in our game here.
It's true.
So rather annoying.
I want to ignore him because this hero is a little bit filthy right now. It's not just the way the attribute steal permanently worked. It was also with a change to leash, which is a lot stronger than I think most people read into, because you hear it's like, I think it was TPs, you still can't move. But then there's things like interactions with abilities, such as a snowball. I think I talked about to you previously. Like, you can't snowball.
It's a mobility one. Yeah.
You can't blink, you can't snowball, you can't do anything. Force Staff, I believe, works. I think they said changed, right?
Yes, Force Staff, that was a change. Force Staff now counters it, so that's kind of handy. But now I like this Night Stalker counter pick, though. That's kind of cool, right? Because they're taking this idea of things that aren't dark pactable. So you'll have this aura where you can just silence on top of the Slark. That's going to be really frustrating for him.
That's true. Could be very potent here. And when you look at TeamSpirit's lineup so far, they have the means to go pretty deep with limited risk, right? Doom is tanky, Night Stalker's tanky. You have a Dazzle as well. And then you just kind of like pile that around the Luna. Like, keep in mind, if you're getting these fights, if you're in a big 5-man brawl, don't underestimate the extra stats that Luna is going to give over to everyone. Because everyone's suddenly going to be very, very scary. Especially these strength heroes. As you were saying earlier about her combined with strength, here's 2 of them for you.
And now thinking about the last ban. So they banned the ET, who we saw first game for Roger, and then it was banned in the first phase in the second game for Virtus Pro. So they're not going to hand that over to TeamSpirit. Would have been a kind of a nice way to initiate from range, help boost the damage versus the Slark. What are they missing here? I guess it all depends on the Dazzle, right? That's the question.
Yeah, like, how do you want to combine this? We just said they've got this very strong combo. Luna's going to farm a lot of the map. I'd like to see kind of an active mid. Oh, no, so it's actually going to be Night Stalker mid. All right, that's fair. I was wondering.
I think it's Dazzle mid.
Yeah, you're right, actually. It might be. You could go either, though, right? Like, Night Stalker mid is, in fairness, still a thing, depending on how active you want to be. It is. Night Stalker mid.
It is.
They actually... Oh, they played this in the Crypto Masters in October. It was like more of a jokey thing. They had like an IO combo with it, and it was actually brutal then. But they're going for it. So it's going to be Lycan versus Night Stalker mid, which in fairness probably lines up better than sticking a Dazzle against a Lycan. Like, in a 2-on-2 scenario, you can pummel Lycan, but in a 1-on-1, it's a little bit harder.
Interesting. So benefits of a core Night Stalker. Levels come earlier. Higher points into the silence earlier on versus a Brewmaster and a Slark is pretty nice.
I do like this idea.
Not really gonna get the lane dominance though.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Like, I think the focus here is they want to just get active, right? They just want Night Stalker out on the map. The crux is they just pick the Lycan, which means the moment you leave that lane, you're probably gonna lose your tower.
Yeah, I like this idea of like a vision hero though, with the Disruptor in the core role with the Night Stalker, so that's kind of cool. I don't know. I'm interested. I haven't actually got to witness the ulti yet, so I look forward to the Dark Ascension.
Yeah, should be intriguing to watch nonetheless. I mean, we got some of the new spicy heroes in. We saw some Lich earlier today, Brewmaster as well. VP are leaning on those 2 heroes a lot, actually, from what I've been seeing. They definitely feel comfortable with them. But it's like, in conjunction with the Lycan and the Enigma, I think they've got good control going in the mid game, but they've got a lot of push. And TeamSpirit kind of lack in that second department.
Yeah, I think Virtus. I mean, if I just had no names on these teams, I would definitely favor the Virtus Pro Draft anyway. I just really like this idea of the Lich kind of securing one of these lanes and then the Brewmaster securing the other. I think Enigma Brewmaster is pretty terrifying. Even if they're kind of greedy in some sense, they're still both really strong laners. And if they come out even in the lanes or ahead, it looks like this game is just all Virtus Pro, honestly. Like that mid game push of double helm if they want from the Enigma and the Lycan, but more likely helm for the Lycan and then some sort of an aura for the Enigma looks so scary.
It's true. I'm actually just trying to like work this out with the Cinder Brew. The threshold is 80 damage. Malefice, if you get level, no, it has to be maxed out. Okay, I was gonna say if it was at level 3 that Malefice does enough damage, that could be something, but there isn't.
Yeah, you can't skip Eidolons though, so it's just.
Oh, definitely not. Yeah, it's so they're not going to be relying on the Cinder Brew. It's going to be more about the funding flat plus Drunken Brawl.
Now they will suffer.
Which is the typical thing that a lot of the Brewmasters I've seen have been doing. It's like they want to use this new ability. It's just so situational where you get good value. Just a little bit of spam.
Dancing.
Yeah. Hey, you know when you get any taunt with a sound effect, Fred, rule number 1 is you spam the living crap out of it. All right, that's why I love
how someone needs to cut this tree that they're dancing around. Just
they're a little bit obsessed, right? I'm just waiting for Roger to walk over now, like, enough! This has gone on too long. So it'll be interesting if Slark tries to snatch the rune. They don't actually have a way of locking him down as long as he can get a pounce off, but it'll be risky. I think they just focus on securing the top rings and let the bot go. But Ramsey's
Blightstone Dazzle.
He just wants to do some damage with the poison touch as well. There we go. Immediately, he has to pounce away. Well, that's effective trading already. That's just kind of a preview into how rough Slark's lane is going to be. Now, the snowball effect is a little bit harder now because they did change Essence Shift. You have to get the final hit to get the permanent agility.
No, you don't have to now.
Oh, was it not? Okay.
Yeah, that's the change.
Oh, the change the other way around. You know, I didn't notice. Yeah. I was doing so well in my Slark games. I was just getting
You were just too good. Is that what it was?
Because it's like Lion has it so you have like a 3-second linger time, right? With a finger to get the bonus.
That's kind of what they did Slark, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, that sounds more reasonable.
No, it's an AoE base. That's what it is.
Ah, that was it. So, yeah, okay. Have to be close.
Let me check here. See if I can find it. Agility Seal now also occurs when an enemy dies within 300 units from you with the debuff, rather than only when you get the killing blow.
Okay, that's reasonable. I still think the Lion one is
the night before. It's a bit tough.
Yeah, it's like, you know, the teams are struggling. They're fixated on what was working for them. We're fixated on what did or didn't work.
You don't like the Lion one?
The Lion one is like, I like the Lion one. I think it's too much damage per finger, though. Like, it very quickly becomes brutal. Like, I think 30 would be more reasonable than 50.
The only thing, or the only reason it'll become a problem is if mid-line starts working out somehow. Then I could see it being an issue.
I mean, it's like, it depends. Like, in certain matchups, you're always going to let a Lion finger. Like, imagine Morphlings.
I've seen quite a few of these mid-Lions, by the way, in pubs.
Same with Dazzle. Like, everyone just, they like this refreshing. This was a support, and now it's not. Idea, right?
I saw Thompson spamming mid-Oracle, too, guys, so beware.
Oh, God. No, that was a thing before. Like, you could genuinely nuke someone down pretty quickly.
Yeah, he dumpstered the SF he was playing. But alas, no pubs here. 0-0 still, though, as we're getting just kind of warmed up in this match here for you guys. As I have to say, you know, speaking of heroes that are actually in this game,
you might see a first blood. It's going to be a Viva. Oh, they baited him in. Oof. Solo. Is he going to go down? It's going to be close. He'll stay alive. But you were going to say something, Trent, before we had this very close first blood between supports.
Yeah, he's just denying himself. It's not worth it. So the reason why he does neutral creeps there, by the way, because I always see a lot of confusion about this. So, like, the benefits of doing neutral creep, number one, it's much faster than trying to get to a dire tower, but you always have to wait the 20 seconds anyway if you're going to suicide to a dire tower, or else you give the kill over to a player. So even though it's like a longer cooldown on the neutrals, oftentimes it's actually still worth it to do the neutrals. But anyway, Disruptor, I think, was like the most I laughed during the entire patch log, because it just felt like Ice Frog was just screaming, pick this damn hero, he's strong. Like, he got one tiny buff. They increased the damage on Thunderstrike by a pretty minimal amount.
Yeah.
That's like FNG.
Well, Roger's proving that maybe Brew's a little bit stronger. He runs it down the crits, but it's a fair point.
But I was surprised.
Yeah. His positioning should be further picked.
Well, I mean, I was just saying, I'm just surprised. It felt like the hero's just not that strong. I thought he'd get at least a slightly bigger buff, but
I think it's the threat around his ult. Like, the logic on why he always got picked so much earlier this year was you just drop your ult and then die and you're fine. Dying is happening in the bot lane. Solo gets a solid pick off, then dies himself. Yeah. All right. A little bit of aggression back and forth. There's definitely some hate between the Dazzle and the Oracle and Ramses. Living life on the edge. Esther Joe can't find him though. He has got the Scorched Earth.
He can mango for it.
He could. Does he want it though?
And
It's too late
Too late now. 160, not enough damage. Oh my god.
Ramsey's just like, I will eventually escape. I mean, if he gets hit by the Infernal Blade and then gets Hadoukened, he'll probably go down anyway. It's a big ask.
He gets one, but then gets instantly Dark Pack.
No, that was nicely done to use the Dark Pack so you don't get the burn every time. Especially at level 1 when the Dark Pack doesn't really hurt you at all. Which... Okay, there we go. I was wondering if he was going to go for Pounce Max or Dark Packs. I think it is just going to always stay standard Dark Pack Max first, just so you can farm.
Yep. So another game of dull mid lane here, it looks like. If you guys missed the previous series of Virtus Pro versus 7, one of the stellar... I mean, both mid matchups were just completely like this. One was, what was DK... One was Lone Druid and DK, right?
I believe so, yeah.
This is pretty dull too. At least the monkey and the Mirana, the monkey got around, but this is going to be a pretty patient hero. The last person who was playing the mid Lycan a lot would have been Fear, actually, back in ESL Genting. And he kept building like super early helms and then just instantly rotating to try and get kills at level 6. So we'll see if that happens here for no one.
So he was to blame for it all. The
many moons ago.
Helma Dominant air transition was an interesting stage for Lycan. A little bit busted in some ways, and now actually Lycan taking a lot of damage even with a DD. It is nighttime, so you can have all the runes you want. Good luck trying to fight Night Stalker. With double Bracer already. Which beats your rush into a Helma Dominator.
Yeah, this double Bracer and the way like Bracer's working out for this Night Stalker style of mid is really nice, actually. Like his stats stack up so quickly.
Well, the kills mine as well. Poison Touch comes out. Yep, let's run him down. One more tap will do it. He'll find it. Meanwhile, in the top lane, FNG falls to Pasha. So far, this Disruptor is really not having an impact in that lane.
He just can't lane versus dual lanes. Like, that's another reason why Disruptor fell off so hard, is that suddenly we entered a dual lane meta after like 4 years of tri lanes, and this hero just sucks against dual lanes. Like, he has an ability that is very easy to make sure it stays on a single hero, and it's pretty hard to punish people with glimpse because, you know, the partner will just run at you as well, and then you're too weak to fight them.
And then also, yeah, Kinetic Field, you hold in place. What you're going to do next, you don't really dish out much damage. And I think the other thing about Thunderstrike as well is if you actually Thunderstrike someone, they can just stand in the creep wave, and then that means you're actually giving them a favorable like push towards the tower.
Yeah.
It's a really weird hero. I think you're right in that there should have been a rework. I don't know if it would have been Thunderstrike. Like, that makes him a good trader.
I don't think he needed a rework. I think
he needs like a decent sized buff to one of his skills.
I don't know what he needs, but I think the hero's just not right for Dota right now, but I think the hero's still pretty good.
Hesijo needs life, and he seems to have enough. My god, the heal's coming out. He stays alive. And actually, instead, Brewmaster and the Lich go down.
So I think... Disruptor... No, we're not talking about this fight. We're talking about Disruptor. The thing about Disruptor is that you need, like, vision-based heroes, like this Night Stalker, right? Like, these are the moments where Disruptor really shines, so it'll work in the mid-game. It'll be okay.
Catch up.
9, just continue killing now. It's fine.
I mean, it's another layer towards shutting down the Slark, right? With this, jumping in. Going for Skidder. Can he get him blown off? Yes, he can. Courtesy of the Lich. Now the Gaze pulling FNG in. Ramsey's going for more here. Stacking up the Agi. Shadow Dance activated. Goes in. Gets himself a double kill. That's living life on the edge.
Pulled them in and broke the trees, eh? That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of interesting parts. Like, you can, like, you know, I was saying about the no pathing thing. So in the bot lane here, there was a video going around where he gazed someone up onto the cliff. Just left them there. So there's things you can do. Like, theoretically, you could drag someone around the Roche pit. You could probably drag them into the Roche pit.
Yeah, probably max level, because it moves like 50% of it or something, right?
Yeah, yeah. It depends where you, like, land. So I think maybe by level 3 you could do it, possibly. 44%. But you need, like, vision is the catch. It's very situational, but when you add all these situations up, you can see why Sinister Gaze is a very valuable skill in this hero.
So they were hoping that someone else would come back to the mid lane that wasn't Night Stalker, because they had Roger camping in behind, and they wanted to use the Purge creep with the Lycan ulti to just get a kill, but the Night Stalker is way too tanky, especially against Lycan. Like, he has 13 armor already on this Night Stalker.
Yeah, pretty scary. They do purge him out to slow him down a little bit here, but he has the DD. They chase him forward with the creep now, but they give up in the end.
Oh, get that DD though. Purge him.
Oh, you gotta try, but he won't be able to. It's too far. 9 looking for the courier here, but they glyph it just in case. They don't trust this guy. Luckily for them, he only has 2 points in Hunter in the night. He's not that fast.
Yeah, Dazzle's making the call to come bottom, but that is a long rotation, as you said. He's gonna wait for this courier though. He might get it.
Yeah, he might. Oh, walks in. Okay.
Nice.
He doesn't even try and micro the courier. No one's so angry, he shapeshifts up and he's heading bot. 5 is pretty deep. Gonna stun him up with the Malefice. Gonna hide in the trees. They haven't got any points in the Midnight Pulse. They'll go for the TP out. 5's gonna be close. He can make it. And while that's happening, Roger gets dropped as there is a backstab coming from 9. All of a sudden, they'll need to leave. They actually do lose FNG in the top, though. As Ramses once again finds the Disruptor. Appropriate tips coming out.
Tips him.
It's just like, so, pick this hero. All right?
He's got 4 stolen now, too.
This is... Yeah, you're not even 10 minutes in the game. This is actually pretty good for Ramses. Things will begin to escalate more because, like, at this stage, once you have that happen twice as your Disruptor, you know you're now just a target. You know he's going to keep coming back for you again and again. And Enigma. Taking a lot of damage. Just giving a preview of what Crippling Fear does. Slowed down, actually, by the Void. But there's the Purges coming out. 9 needs to be careful here.
It's like he has the ulti.
He doesn't want to use it, though. Actually, it's TP coming in from Lich now. Poison Touch to slow him down. 5 trying to move away. The Purge does hit onto him. Does 9 want to do? Stand have the Crippling Fear for 6 seconds. The gaze to drag in 5er. And he has no Shallow Grave. He will fall. All the while, though.
Bounties.
Yep, bounties. Looks like it's actually going to be free for TSpirit. As Roger ensures his team on all out.
Oh? Hessa Joe just pump faked the Doom on Ramses there. He started pouncing back towards the tower, so.
Just freak him out a little. I mean, Pounce does have a decent sized cooldown at the lower levels. He's just freaking him out right now.
Oh, that ward's going to spot the fact that the Disruptor has 6, though. And he has a smoke, so they're going to see this probably.
Ugh.
Oh, he actually doesn't have it.
No, he's about to have it with his creep camp. He hangs around with Skidder.
Yeah, he's going to try and get it.
Actually, no, he's going to be just short. Yep. That's a sad Disruptor.
Go for the range creep XP. He's going.
Go. Do it.
Oh, it's still not enough. He's 9 away.
The good news is Brewmaster's nowhere near his. Oh, nighttime activated. Solo. Stuck in place. Kinetic field means he can't escape. He will go down.
This is the catapult wave, though, so this will be worth as long as they use it to secure this tower. What are they getting on the other ends? Nothing. All the other lanes are pushed in here, so...
I do like what they're doing, actually, with Hester. They're literally just shadowing wherever Ramses goes now, because you saw, like, he doesn't want to throw out the Doom. He just wants to keep that lurking threat of the Doom there. And Disruptor, that was a peculiar choice. Oh, Shapeshift activate. Gaze to drag 9 in. He can't escape quick enough. Slowed down. The cut across the top, but now it's daytime.
How did he get there?
Down. Yep, Dazzle's gone. 9 is going to fall as well. And suddenly, things turn around against TSpirit. That is an optimistic TP.
That was some questionable F&G dotes. I don't know. He, like, obviously he's trying to get a big ward down and behind, and he succeeds in that, but Solo, I'm sure, probably knows if a Disruptor's dying there, there's probably a ward somewhere here or over here, but I guess they don't because they smoke right on it. At least there's that, but... Like, he was trying to go for the big play where he just static storms the TPing into Slark. He was trying to, like, try and come in for the fight, so I can understand what he was going for, but painful.
Yeah, definitely a little bit too deep. Like, typically, you want your Disruptor to be further back behind you. Of course, as you said, you know, trying to catch them by surprise because Burst Pro are going to be thinking, okay, this guy will be behind them. Yeah, a little bit too deep.
Luna.
Solo actually might be the one in trouble. Skidder, though. Crossnova doesn't bounce favorably. He fought by the Eclipse, decides against it. Now the split's going to come out. Solo getting low, but he's still alive. He's going to live. Solo is solo, but not dead. Now they chase through for more. They find the Disruptor. Shadow Dance activate. Here's the joke.
Oh, no!
Snipes it out. He finds the kill on the Lich. He wants to use the Doom, but he can't finally get it out. But now, Cyclone up in the air. Just going to walk it off. Completely wasted ult by the Doom there. And now he has to try and walk away, but it's a walk of shame, and it's a very slow one. 9 is here as well. So they might just turn around and leave now. But value gained for the side of Virtus Pro.
Oh, that's so funny. I can't believe that. That was really good game sense from Hessa Joe to just realize that he was still in there. And chucks it right in.
I mean, what's he got to lose from him not, like, screw it, just throw it, maybe. But that's rough. You could actually see Skidder. He couldn't decide. He's like, am I tanky enough? Can I use the Eclipse? There's a creep camp next to me.
What are you doing? What is this? Why are you buying a Midas?
He wants to get those sweet, sweet talents, you know. Got to get up to the I mean, what do you really... What? There isn't really something big here, unless lifesteals suddenly become a thing while I was asleep, which...
I mean,
it's kind of
it's not terrible. He needs a lot of defensive items this game. Like, he probably wants a Lincoln's, honestly, versus the Doom. It's probably worth it. I guess it's not as good as it used to be because this whole aura thing of the Night Stalker being more annoying than the actual crippling fear target, but it stops glimpse and stuff, too. I don't know. Seems kind of worth. He might just have to buy a BKB, too, which you don't really like on the Slark. So he needs a lot of items. I can kind of understand the Midas. His team isn't really ready to fight with him yet, too. So, like, if he just bought a Shadow Blade, could he really get that many kills? Like, it's certainly a safer choice, I would say.
That's a fair way of looking at it. Especially, like, if you did buy that Shadow Blade, who are you going to kill? Like, you can go after Disruptor, but you've proven you do not need a Shadow Blade to find this guy. All right?
Yeah. I mean, he's got a Brewmaster that's trying to build a Blink and isn't that close, and an Enigma that wants his first Aura item because he also went Midas, so... It just seems kind of funny.
BP in it for the long run, dude. That's what this is. Like, everyone just grab a Midas. We're going to buckle in. We're going to get the longest game of the patch because all of them ended at 30 minutes so far.
Yes, it has been a very quick patch. That is true. But who doesn't love attack speed on Slark, and now it's doubled up with the Midas and the Shadow Blade when he finishes that. Didn't get his amulet before running off here, though. Oh, he's going to run home for it.
He wants his
toys.
toys.
With a tease. I'll be back, guys. I need some mana for this.
Half of the smoke duration. I got TP. I can get out. They're on the rotation. They're moving towards the Luna. It will be that TP out. They might have to sell for Biver, but he's already TPing out. So they'll find nothing. That's a complete waste of smoke. They maybe get the runes. Does Skidder feel greedy? Skidder's feeling greedy. Can they get the gaze, though? Nope. They need to slow him down. But Luna is so fast. The Mask of Madness as well. They did shapeshift. They need to find this because TP's coming in from 9. That will force them back. They don't want to tussle under a tier 2. Actually, 9 does want to tussle, though. He doesn't care if there's a tier 2, a tier 1, or just a river. They slow down Solo. Thinks about going in. Split does come out. And that'll be enough. He says abort. Just don't get caught. Skidder will, though. Cyclone comes out. The back foot, though. There's a Static Storm being dropped on the Ramses. Can they get him Doom's use as well? Looks like there's a lot of trouble for Slark. Can they get the deny? Yes, they can. Pasha gets it. On the other side of the fight, there'll be a chase down. They'll finish off the kill on a Skidder as the split ends. And now it's nighttime. It's fight time. 9 wants to go in. He'll be able to find Roger. Silences him up. Can't even get the clap out. It's going to move away now. They say you finish off this kill. We'll look for more. No one hiding in the top corner. They're not even going to look for him. He'll just TP out. Oh. That balls of steel from the Lycan there. Whew.
Nice fight from TSpirit, though. They really cut into this lead that was starting to build from Virtus Pro's side. And taking fights with Midases, not too good. Obviously, a very nice play from Pasha there to get himself to deny. Or that could have been even worse. The lead would have been actually in the favor of TSpirit at that point.
Most definitely. And actually, they just had a 3k net worth lead about a minute ago on the side of VP, and that's just been cut. And as you said, they've got the Midases. So it's not just, you should have more gold, but every time you die, it's more expensive in terms of
they just smoked on that ward, so they know they're going to Roche.
Can you interfere? You got Black Hole, but
actually, if FNG walks in that scam, that's gonna be good. All right, that might be good for them.
Yeah.
Because and they might have made them think they're moving it, but now they're gonna send the wolf in anyway. So
they'll know. But the problem
they're
is,
in there.
The problem is they need blind vision on the side of TSpirit for them to get the Enigma close enough for a Black Hole. Shape confused. They're going in.
Ramses.
They want this. Pasha trying to move forward, but no. Science has to move away. They're going to turn around, look for a kill. The final Lich burst, and now it heads to Joe. Hit up. The Static Storm doesn't protect him. They chase through for more. Black Hole connects on the 3. They'll clean up this side of TSpirit. The only one left alive is 9, and they are chasing. They see everything. It's been slowed down. Can you purge him? Can you slow him is the question. No, you can't. A little bit too fast, but they did at least soften up Roche for you.
I mean, Roger just instantly gets Pasha like, dude, I don't know how you're doing this with Brown Boots Midas. But please keep doing it.
It's just like there was this indecision. TSpirit like, okay, how do we leave this fight? Okay, one of us go this way. 3 of us go this way?
It was just a really nice play from Virtus Pro to punish the cooldowns from the Dire side. Like, even though they don't have split, they know there's nothing left on the Dire side. There was no Eclipse. There was no Doom. Most importantly, there's no Dark Ascension. That's kind of the more interesting thing about this Night Stalker now is that he's not as timing... Like, he's like more timing based than he used to be because you have to play around this ultimate now as well. It's not just day and night.
Yeah, and it's still nighttime, which should be fight time for him, but they're the ones bringing the brawl. They're going to get low. The pounce through will finish him off as 9 goes down. Doesn't look so tanky when a Slark is eating into you like that. Yeah, it's weird. It's like that there is a bigger cooldown involved, right? But it's like the nature of it is not necessarily that he's been nerfed. right? It's an outright buff in many ways. It's just you're going to have less nighttime.
Yeah, it's just a rework.
Buy button. Still no levels in Shallow Grave, by the way. Which is fair. I mean, do you really want to sit there and just give more essence over to Slark for a bit? Probably not.
To be fair, they don't really... Oh, I was going to say they don't have a TP cancel, but lol. Pounce. Kind of forgot.
Yes. That's
XD.
fun new spell. It's a very reasonable thing. It's like we've taken steps, right? Like we made roots pretty powerful. What's next? Maybe we should create a new kind of thing that's a little bit like a root, but more annoying. Got it. Who should we give it to? Well, Slark's not a hero right now. How about Puck? Deal. Ooh, Ramsey's...
Shadow.
Yeah, but they know now because the sentry's there. They're pinging, but they're trying to move away. Hester Joe might be seen. Dust reveal. Ramses needs to pounce. Actually misses, and now Chain Force coming through. They're stacked pretty hard. Doom's going to come out under the Brewmaster. They don't want the split coming out, but no. Slark chasing forward for more. Trying to find it. Hester Joe's going to go down. Slark's getting pretty low, but the Shadow Dance comes out. And Night Stalker, he went pretty deep for this. He's going to fall. And Lycan just cleaning up the backline. He'll go for Skidder. Skidder attempting to TP out. It's going to be close. He will make it, though. And that, questions will be asked by TSpirit. Honestly.
Like F&G, what happened to your ultimate?
Apparently no.
Sorry.
Sorry, that's the only thing you say. And also, like, wow, don't they GG out?
Yeah.
All right, so that's what that was.
Over.
That was G. Oh, it was GG in Russian. Okay.
Yeah, it was the keyboard, just not switched.
Okay. So, I mean, what can you say about that final fight, though? Like, I felt as if Ramsey's missing that pounce made things better for BP. Because they were going to doom Slark. That maybe changed it a lot in that fight.
That was explosive, that's for sure. It's so how are you winning a game when you buy 2 Midases? It's just it's like,
Winning a game at 20 minutes.
well, yeah, it's just kind of funny. It's like, well, obviously the Midas wasn't the item then. I don't know. Dota's so weird right now. Like, but yeah, we saw the mid game push that kind of expected, right? This whole idea of just get like a helm and then 1 aura item, and it's gonna be really hard for TSpirit to fight. And if they don't execute on their ultimates. I mean, I guess you could say the same thing if VP had screwed up any of their ultimates, but they didn't. Pasha's a god. That black hole just kind of closed out a game that maybe looked like TSpirit had a hope there. They could find it. The Midnight Stalker was an interesting experiment. I kind of want to see more of it, but I don't know.
I think that, like, the
Is it
problem...
good?
Like, it was okay. I just think the problem was FNG. Like, well, not him specifically, but that hero choice. Like, Disrupt had done nothing.
I think he didn't play with the Night Stalker was the surprising thing. Like, his 6 came late, sure, but even when he had 6, he didn't just like follow around 9. Biver was following around on the Dazzle, and I'm like, well, why isn't Disruptor here? Like, it felt like that's kind of what they were going for. And FNG was making these like kind of weird plays where he was like smoking in from behind because he's been on a warding mission. But I think the last time that we were seeing Disruptor be successful, it felt like he was being played more like a 4 because he's like playing super active and stuff. He can't be that concerned with the warding. Like, I feel like Disruptor should be the one who has 4K net worth, not the Dazzle. He should have been following around the Night Stalker and playing. Curious, but
it's kind of...
I mean, it's Virtus Pro. They're really good at Dota. Like, that's what it comes down to.
I mean, that's a fair point. But it's like, I think the thing with Disruptor is you kind of know it's like 4/5 because you can be defensive to some extent, but typically people bring in 2 free heroes to these ganks. So it's not like you can easily hit all of them in the kinetic field. Glimpse is going to get rid of one of them, but you've still got 2 other heroes potentially harrowing on you. It's very hard to actually defend your core.
I was just watching the replay where Pasha just casually walks in.
He does.
3-man black holes.
It's like
he just walks in.
I know. I just like I've like sit on the screen as well. It's like the Midnight Pulse is down, guys. We don't have to worry about a black hole. Let's just get out of here quickly. Brown boots, guys. Buy them, win games. But that only wins in 1 game. Best of 3s.
Yep.
Short break. Then we're back with game 2. There was already more fight here than 7 gave. Maybe TSpirit can take a game or maybe even 2 from VP. We'll just have to go find out.